Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new month, and we've got the new Comic of the Month Club box in my hands. Now, Comic of the Month Club is one of the numerous geeky boxes out there. This one geared towards comics, hence the name Comic of the Month Club. Not really rocket science on that one. Pretty much, the name is what you get. What this box is kind of like long box diving, and someone does it for you. I think it's actually really cool. I mean, not everyone has comic shops to go to. Not everyone has conventions to go to. And I know one of my favorite things to do is to go through long boxes, and let's be honest, that can turn into hours and probably days if someone didn't stop me. And it's kind of fun to do. I like going through old comics and seeing what we get. Now, Comic of the Month Club, you go and put in your interests, what you might like, and what they do is pull a bunch of books for you based off your interests. It's like 20, 21 bucks or something like that, including, I think, includes shipping. You get, I think, like 11 bucks. We'll count when we're done. In other words, like, you're paying like $2 a book. It's some old stuff, new stuff. There's like a nice mix. We've gotten some cool comics out of it, so I think it's a really fun service. I mean, basically, if you like the idea of getting a box of comics at your doorstep every single month, well, there you go. Other thing is nice is they try to give you runs of books as well. So, you know, it's not just a random stuff here and there. You're not starting with something like in the middle of a story that, you know, you might not be able to get the beginning or end of. They try to give you everything. You can go get this at comicofthemonth.club, not .com, .club. We're going to open this up. We're going to show off what we got and see how good this is. All right, so June's Improvement. So they've perfected the new order system. They ended up breaking it. Totally understandable. So attempts to fix it, remains broken. That seems to be a lot of it. So they're trying to fix that, and that's going to be their goal. And next month's improvements, they just say, "You bet your sweet Bippy we'll have some." I appreciate that honesty. It's very rare, I think, for various boxes and stuff like that to admit something went wrong and that they're trying to fix it. You know, I give them credit for that. I give them a lot of credit for that. So we got the comics here. I can already see there's a whole bunch of Valiant and some Vertigo and some Malibu and Image in here. All right. Start with some Valiant. Eternal Warrior. Now, 90s I remember as Valiant Comics. Always appreciated Valiant Comics. That they had some really, really great stuff back in the day. Old school comics. This is old school Valiant. Eternal Warrior. This is June, number 11. I'm going to go probably 1994-ish. Let's see if I'm right. It's going to be like 93, 94. I think it's going to be 94. 93. It's really close. So yeah, so this is old school Valiant. When they launched, they had some great series. This is, let's see here, we got Mark Moretti is plot and pictures, Kevin Van Hook is the writer, John Dixon ink, Paul Ossio is the prologue colorist, CJ and Eric Lusk is the colorist, and Bob Layton's the editor-in-chief, Mark Moretti, I says plot and pictures. Eternal Warrior, I can't say I've read this. I don't know how good this is. I do remember enjoying Valiant, though. I mean, there was some cool stuff. I mean, if you dug your Chromium and all that stuff, you probably bought a lot of Valiant. We haven't dived into the archives that sit in the second location for Graphic Policy headquarters. There's a lot of boxes to go through. There's definitely going to be some old school Valiant. I don't think this is going to be in there, though. So we go from old school Valiant to new school Valiant. And let's see here. We've got a whole bunch of... So we got Adventures of Archer and Armstrong. I love Archer and Armstrong. So if you haven't read the new Archer and Armstrong from Valiant, it's fantastic. So basically, Archer and Armstrong is... Armstrong is this immortal guy, been around forever. He basically has just lived through tons of stuff and drinks a lot, and may or may not be like the destroyer of worlds. Archer is this religious nut who's been taught that Armstrong is the destroyer of worlds. They team up. So basically you have like a straight-edge dude dealing with another guy who is the hedonism to the max, is the best way of putting it. Really entertaining, really funny. This is a great combination of comedy and action. Valiant does an amazing job with their relaunch that you can pick up pretty much any volume and enjoy it for what it is, and then you got a big meta story that you can enjoy as well. This has been great. So this is Rafer Roberts, Mike Norton, David LaFuente. We got 6, 7, and 8 of this. The Adventures of Archer Strong, I don't remember the specifics of this volume. I do remember enjoying it, though. I don't think there's really anything I've read from the new Valiant that I've disliked. There's some stuff that's been good. There's been a lot of stuff that's been great. This I remember being like really, really good in that great department. Really funny. If you like your mix of humor and superheroics, Archer Armstrong's where it's at. I highly recommend it. I think it's great comics. There's actually a good chance. There's a possibility that we're quoted here somewhere. No. Oh, yeah. There we go. We are quoted on this cover. So this says, be prepared to find your new favorite comic. 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars from us, Graphic Policy. We liked it enough that we got quoted on it. I think it says everything. Really enjoy my Archer Armstrong. This is a great volume. Speaking of volumes, this is a different volume of Archer Armstrong. This was Fred Van Lente, Manuel Lupacino, number 7 of that. So this was 6, 7, 8. This is a different volume, number 7. And again, love Archer Armstrong. Great mix of humor and action. Really fun. Highly recommend it. If you've never read any of their comics, go to your shop, go pick up back issues if you can. If you can't get back issues, like, dive into the trades. Like, do the back issues if you maybe want them cheap, because they might be in dollar bins for all we know. If you can't do the back issues, like, go get the trades. It's well worth it. Highly recommend it. Pretty much anything Valiant, I highly recommend. So really cool. Have those all digitally. So I've got these 4 issues digitally. I do not have physical copies. Eternal Warrior, I definitely do not, since that was from 93. So this one's actually interesting. I've heard amazing things about 100 Bullets. I have never read it. This is old school Vertigo, 2003, or 2002 and 2003, so we're looking at 16, 15 years ago. 4 issues. This is 38, 39, 40, and 41, so we got 4 issues in a row. Remember when we start off this video, I said they do what they can to try to get you runs of comics. This is really cool. I've never read 100 Bullets. I can't wait to read this. Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Risso. I mean, Azzarello is an amazing writer. I love Azzarello's work so much. I mean, it's just a long thing to go through. 100 Bullets, I actually can't tell you a lot about it because I have never read it. This is all new to me. Very excited to check it out. This is going to be really cool. So this is an awesome one. Highly excited about that. Really excited about that. All right, this is definitely in the archives. Spawn number 11, Todd McFarlane, old school Image. It's June. I'm going to go with... Crap. I'm going to go 94. I'm going to go with 94. I know Image launched mid-year. I think it was like May or June of the year. Spawn was their 2nd comic, I believe. Might have been the 3rd comic. So 11 issues in should take us... Damn it! I was a year off. This is June 93. So they launched in 92, I guess? Yeah, I guess, yeah, because last year was their 25th. 92, so this was 93. I was off. I was for some reason thinking 93, but whatever. Cool. I definitely have this. I don't remember this. Let's see if this brings back memories. I remember that image. Don't know why that sticks in my head. That definitely sticks in my head. And this is Todd McFarlane. I always dug old school Spawn. There was some really cool stuff about it. This isn't actually Todd McFarlane. It's Frank Miller doing Spawn. I forgot Frank Miller did Spawn. So art by Todd McFarlane. Letter and editing by Tom Orzechowski. Let's see if I remember this at all. I totally forgot that Frank Miller did Spawn. Which kind of explains that. Yeah, I definitely don't remember this. I definitely do not remember this at all. I remember ads like this. This was the quality of ads back in 1993. Heavy marketing. And then, for some reason, out of everything, that sticks out to me, too. That weird alien. It should be fun to go back and check out. And this is old school comic, 1993. Many years ago. Definitely have a copy somewhere, though. We'll add to that. Speaking of comics that probably are up somewhere, this is Ultraverse Origins number 1. Ultraverse was a really interesting comic superhero line. Done by Malibu, which has a fascinating history by itself. You had, like, Prime was the hero I remember. The other ones, I don't remember that much. I just remember Prime. And then the other thing that was fascinating is a lot of the creators who were big on the Ultraverse back then, I mean, they're some of the biggest creators today, too, which is fascinating. There's a lot of interesting comic history with the Ultraverse. So here we go. So this gives you an idea. So let's go over the names. So we got cool cover. Oh, I remember Rune. I also remember something about collecting the issues, and there was like stamps or something like that, and you can mail them in, or coupons that you mail in. And if I remember right, I bought 2 of everything to be able to do that. Alright, so the cover art is by Joe Quesada, Rubenstein, colored by Caleros. So let's check out the team on this. So we got Prototype. I vaguely remember Prototype. Tom Mason, Len Straczewski, art by Dan Jurgens, Terry Austin, Nightman, Steve Englehart, Kevin McGuire is 2 no names. Solution, James Hudnall, Art Nicholas. We got War Strike. Vaguely remember that one. Dan Danko, Roland Mann. Prime, Gerard Jones, Len Straczewski, John Bogdanev, Norm Bregvoll. Hardcase, I vaguely remember Hardcase. James Hudnall and Mike Zeck. Let's check out Hardcase. So that's Rune. Alright. I want to see the squad. What the hell's the squad? Hardcase is page 14. Well, none of these really have numbers, so that's not very helpful. Let's see here. Prime is 10. So Prime is 10. 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Let's keep on continuing. Hardcase 14. So we got Rune, Barry Windsor Smith, Chris Ulm. Wrath, Roland Mann, Dan Danko. Sludge, Roland Mann, Chris Ulm. Gerard Jones is Solitaire, George Perez on art. Steve Englehart, Adam Hughes is The Strangers. Firearm, James Robinson, Howard Chaykin. Mantra, don't remember Mantra. Mike W. Barr, Chris Sprouse, Carl Kessel. Freaks. Gerard Jones, Walt Simonson, and then we got the Ultraverse checklist, compiled by Ann Chien, Steve Lowry. This is definitely an interesting combo. Yeah, so let's see here. So Rune is 16, so like I keep on passing. So this was Hardcase, if I remember right. Like that was Hardcase. Yeah, I remember enjoying the Ultraverse. Like this was fun. Seeing all stuff's definitely bringing back memories. There's definitely some Ultraverse in the pile in the second locations. We're gonna have to go through that because that would be a lot of fun to check all that out. As you see, like this is a fun box. I enjoy it. It brings back memories. You get a lot for what you pay for. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 comics in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 comics in here, and I can't count. You know, you might like them, you might not, but that's kind of the fun of this, is you can go and pick your list. If you just want X-Men comics, you could do just X-Men comics. I got a whole smattering of a whole bunch of stuff, because, you know, why not? It's a good time. We see a little bit old, we see a little bit new. This, for the most part, it was in the 90s and above. We've got comics from the 60s, 70s, 80s, like, all throughout times, which is pretty neat. So overall, like, if you want to sign up, definitely do it. Like, if you are a comic fan, there's no reason why you shouldn't check it out. Since, remember, comicofthemonth.club. The only thing we ask is that when they ask you who recommended this, just mention Graphic Policy. You get a little something, we get a little something, which is kind of fun. As always, really appreciate you watching. You know, we're going to have some fun with these comics down the road, maybe do some reviews of them. And until next time, as always, read those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.